Hey, this is Big Gene from Raw Deal, The Last Big Night. This is Clear My Name. I guess it's going to be part two of one. I hope people come back in. I had a couple of people in the house. Taj, what's going on, man? You're the first one back. I'm glad you're working here tonight, Taj. I don't know what's up with this. If it's the Wi-Fi, it's the computer, the laptop. I don't know what it is. Sent off for a new one. Supposed to have been here. But my brother-in-law in Detroit, David, who does computers, have not done what he's supposed to do to help me out yet. But anyway, I'm glad I got y'all here, so I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible. What's up with you guys, man? Clear My Name. Clear My Name is the title of this story right here. And the reason I call this Clear My Name is that next month would be a year since I've been here, with y'all on YouTube. Next month would be a year. I know y'all saw me on MREP TV. Some people on MREC and Wisdom Clear, them platforms at first. But now I got this platform on my own. And I'm seeing that a lot of people probably tired that, this shit is going crazy over here. I went and got Verizon and it's still acting up. So like the dude said, it might be my laptop. So, I'm going to invest in another one, but not right now. The book is going on pretty good. So we're going to try to get that out as quick as possible. What I want to talk to y'all about today was a couple of things. I touched basics on last week about a kid who had got shot up in the Bronx. And, nobody is touching on that. Here in New York City, they called out and called this kid a murderer, a soulless individual, and come to find out that it was friendly fire. It was cops, shooting each other, and they killed this kid that was there too. I know a lot of people in the street, and it got back to me that they have the true footage from NYCHA. You understand? Those are the housing projects and the people around there, and that what the cops told us and try to have us believe is totally different. I'm really upset about that. I'm upset for the fact that a kid lost his life because somebody wasn't doing their job. There's not a stop and frisk law. This kid ain't had a warrant out for his arrest. You know what I'm saying? So why are they running up on him 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, grabbing and stuff, and then they say they searched and found. They searched and found. He never pulled a weapon. This kid lost his life. So for anybody in the Bronx and that know this kid, and I found out this kid was a twin. He was a twin. So which one of them did you want? So I hope the family really go out the ballistics of the weapon and the history of the weapon, where it came from. Was it evident police custody and police evidence? Anything. Please do y'all homework. Get the people to follow y'all behind. This is the type of stuff that Al Sharpton and Ben, my frat brother, whatever, they don't do. You understand? Because don't let them fool y'all, man. Please don't let these people out here with these high profile cases, and it ain't about getting money on it. They not for it. They not going to get into it with it. You know what I'm saying? So, I've been a little, disturbed behind that whole situation with that, because I knew what had happened when they first said it was three officers in the car. I knew that was undercovers. They used to call them street crime. You understand? They always jump out and they want to go hard, grab you, touch you, start searching on you, and they don't even have probable cause. They had no probable cause to stop that kid that night. You understand? They had no probable cause, because there's no such thing as stop and frisk in New York City anymore. But I'm not going to stay on that. I got a little good news from an individual who reached out to me on Instagram. His name was Bugatti NYC, and he had did a little short clip on the situation and about me. And I thought I was going to be disturbed, but somebody told me, "Yo, Gene, go look at that. You know that kid?" So I went to look at it, and his face looked familiar. And all the stuff that he was saying was correct about the place where I was at and what I used to do and everything like that. But he had said he had seen me on a film, but with Greg Kading, which that would never happen. That was Nick Bloomfield, where he had seen me on Biggie Tupac. And then he said, yo, this guy look familiar. This guy look familiar. In actuality, if you go see the story, it's under Bugatti NYC. You know, he tells a story how, you know, me just being me back then. You understand? Me just being me back then. You know, he didn't know that I was going to have this platform. I didn't know I was going to have this platform. You know, a lot of these people are using this platform for, I guess, they got to be into something. You know, they got to be into somebody. They got to be seen. They got to be known. And like I told people, and I tell this to everybody, you understand? I was an athlete all my life. I was a basketball star out there in Wellston. I led the state of Missouri in rebounding. I was sought off for, you know, a lot of schools all over the country. I played college ball. You understand? I traveled all around the world and all around the country with some of the top, you know, rappers, producers, whatever. You know, I didn't come here with no resume or no history to give y'all. I'm coming here with history. I'm coming here with knowledge. I raise kids to be adults. You understand? And all of them went to college. All of them doing good for themselves. I've helped people who I've been with, dealt with, or friends of raise their kids. I used to tell girls all the time, you know, saying, listen here, man, you know, if I'm around your kid, if I'm around you, your kid is a product of me. I got to show them something different because I was that kid that was from a single parent. You know what I'm saying? I know my mother, my father. I told y'all the story. I know my mother at 12, and my father at 16. You understand? But I had a man come in that wasn't even my mother's boyfriend. You know, he was married to my Mama Ducks. We call her Mama Ducks, Mama Drake. He was married to her, which was 3 or 4 apartments down. Took me under his wing. He was from Philly. Took me under the wing, showed me how to play basketball, drive, box, everything, and how to be a man. This was happening right here. These young men are not learning how to be a man, and they trying to grab onto something. A lot of people used to grab on something through the community centers. We used to have the community centers, and we used to go to the community center, the PAL, the different Salvation Armies, the boys clubs and stuff like that, and you meet young men probably who had problems before in life, got themselves together, and they help these kids and guide them in the right direction. They stop all that. Anything that's trying to help us as people, they stop all that, man. They stop that. Anything that help us as a people, they put something in play. Oh, the budget won't allow it. You understand? But you could build more jails. Anyway, Bugatti did that, and I want to give a shout out to him, man. You know, like, I really appreciate, you know, you coming out and just telling the story and letting people know how I was way back then. Ain't nothing changed, man. I'm trying to help a few people. You know what I'm saying? If I can help 1 or 2, I'm going to do that. People who know me for that. Another thing, the dude, the Laker fan, you know why he a Laker fan, but I guess he was a Laker fan before Davis and LeBron got there. But every time I ask him for something, I ask somebody on the internet for something, he goes out there and he sent it to me. He sent me this article about one of the FBI guys said that he went through the tape and he seen Amir Muhammad in the tape. He said that he asked Greg Kading for the picture I was asking for. Greg Kading said it's distorted and is in the file, but it's really not important. So I want to give a big shout out to Laker fan for doing that. I want to give a big shout out for some of these people who have blessed me, you know, throughout the month, with the Super Cash, the Cash App and the PayPal. I really appreciate that, man. And that's for the Cash App, Ashley Gordon, Miss Gordon. I think Ashley, I don't know, Miss Gordon, thank you. Oh my God, thank you. I really appreciate that. Dewan Shaw, Jose Harris, Arnell, Cesar Sergi. I don't want to cut your name. I'm sorry about that. Christopher Barnes, James T. Robinson. That's my cousin in my mind. And Robert Ekman. For the PayPal, Teron Herring, Linda Green, Gerard, Hempfield, Imprint. Thank y'all. And Joanna Brown. I appreciate y'all for y'all super chat and y'all PayPal. And that's at Big Gene 52. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was a blessing. Appreciate that. All right. And Jada 2219 Abel. Thank you, Jada Abel, for that super chat. Now, let's get to this. Next week is my birthday. I will not be coming on next week. Next week, too, Wednesday is my birthday. I'll be 50. Yeah, I'll be 50. You know what I'm saying? And I wore this in honor of my man D. Ferg. D. Ferg died on October the 17th, the day after my birthday. So since I won't be coming in here until the end of the month, and in honor of my man D. Ferg from Ferg 54, that's ASAP Ferg father. He was he was a genius. I talk about him all the time. I just had this redone right here because it was peeling, because this is back since 99. You know what I'm saying? So I had this redone right here, but this is one of his specialty shirts that he did. Hands of Color, 54 flavors. So in honor of him, I'm a wear this and rock this today. I want to also talk about me, and on my birthday, I think it was in 96, October the 16th of 96. Around that time, we was all at Howard University. A lot of people seen some of the pictures on there when Big is on stage, and I got the purple and gold on. And Big was faking like he was going to rock it and everything. So Big found out that it was Rock's birthday too. So Rock's birthday is October the 17th. And it's a special lady has came on my program. Her birthday is around there too. I ain't going to say her name. I ain't going to tell y'all I wish her a happy birthday because she don't want y'all to know. And I ain't going to tell it. But happy birthday, Mama J. Anyway, that's one thing. So we was at Howard University, and Big was supposed to be doing, that's where a lot of the artists used to make their little money, because they do special appearance into clubs. When you see an artist in a club and it's at the concert and something like that, they ain't there because they want to be there. Somebody done paid the money to be there. That's why they there. They'll tell them, well, give me 15. Well, back then, give me 15, 20,000, or give me 10, 15,000, and make sure I have bottles. It look like they don't spend a dime. 50 Cent was like one of the honest dudes that ever said anything. Because remember, 50 Cent said that I didn't start getting free stuff until I got rich. He said, I didn't start getting free stuff till I got rich. So now we at Howard University, and Big said, oh, it's D-Rock birthday and it's Gene birthday. Big said, "Oh, hold up." We was in the store out there, and it's one of those stores that sell jeans, specialized shirts, all like that, and they represent the DC area. It was where all the hustlers was going, because we was doing like an in-store at the time. So Big was drinking champagne. He had Don P. Or he had Cristal, and Puff had Don P. Or Mo had Don P. Something like that. It was one of those things. So we was sitting up in there, and Puff didn't smoke weed at the time. Puff wasn't doing drugs until later. Puff didn't start doing drugs that I know of until after Kim did the on his wrist. Keep your hands off me. But he started doing drugs to that because he got addicted to those pills. So that's real serious about that opiate stuff. Because after, he got addicted to those pills, it was all out. But prior to that, he was drinking champagne. This was back in 96. And Big said, "Yo, Diddy, come on, hit this." And he somehow convinced Puff to take a hit off a joint, a weed. Puff took a hit, started coughing and everything like that. Then Big was like, "Yo, man, it's D-Rock birthday. It's Gene birthday. Yo, we got to buy him something, man. Come on, Diddy. Come on, Diddy." I mean, Puff. Come on, Puff. Come on, Puff. That's what he called him at the time. And Puff said, "Man, I don't know how to, buy stuff for dudes and stuff like that. Man, you ain't buying you ain't buying it for dudes. Dudes, them is our man. They why doing this." Dude said, "Yeah, all right." So then they shut down the store. They said, "Yo, Gene and D-Rock could get 5 different things, and everybody else would get 1." That was the whole crew. Everybody that was with us got 1 outfit, and me and D-Rock got like 3 or 5 outfits and like that. And that's the day. That's the time we was in DC at the Howard Homecoming, and that was for our birthday. I don't know if it was on D-Rock Day or my day, but I know D-Rock Day I think was the 15th, and mine was the 16th, if I'm not mistaken about his. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good day right there for my birthday. So now I'm talking about 26 years later. We gonna have a good birthday this year. So I've been having a great birthday. I've been having a good time, man. And I've been really enjoying the fact that you guys have been coming here with me and letting me share some of these stories with y'all. The thing that I want to talk to y'all about is that my man was sending me a lot of pictures, and I didn't remember this. But then when I seen the pictures, a light bulb hit me, right? And I want y'all to know everything that we're going through in this country, everything that we're going through as a people is by design. Don't think this stuff is just happening to us. Don't think this is just going on. All right? It's by design. Now, people who, you might see this cross on my neck and everything like that. I represent God. You understand? But I don't believe in religion. I'm sorry. I believe in God. I believe in a mighty God. You understand? Christianity, no. Muslim, no. Pentecostal, Methodist, Islam, none of that. You understand? I believe there's a mighty God. And I have to be careful because I have to let y'all know what I meant by that. And what I'm telling y'all is this. If you go and read the history of every religion, for as Methodist, Lutheran, Christian, it was made up by white men who wanted to control a people. It wanted to control a people. Melly Mel, you might think I'm wrong. What's up? Rocksteady, what's happening? Or now, stars up. I'm losing people right now. Oh, Gene the atheist. No, I'm not. I told you I believe in God. Jim Slice, Cowboys Legend 27. Boogie B, what's happening? Brian Murphy, what's good with y'all? Toya Cole, how y'all doing out there? I hope y'all don't, y'all have to look at it all the time. And I read, you understand? So I was like, yo, all these religions was made, you know what I'm saying, to govern a people. Yo, somebody just said the Bible is a God. You're missing the point. When they wrote scriptures, they didn't say Lutheran, Methodist, didn't say Islam. They gave that to Christ. Now, if you look at the scriptures, you saying the Jewish scriptures, the Torahs from the Jewish people and the Hebrew people, they stuff are fake too? Are they a God? Why is it that the God that we have, and I'm gonna get this, why is it the God that we have keep us depressed and say that we ain't gonna get ours until we go to heaven and they got theirs right here on earth? Dr. J, ask me that. Answer that. No, I'm not here to sway nobody. No, I don't. No, I'm just telling you about me. I'm telling you about me. Listen to me. I believe in God. I believe in prayer. I read the scriptures from the Bible. Yes, I do. You understand? Because that's all I have. That's all I know. I was raised Baptist, went to Pentecostal. Met my father, he was a Catholic. Went to the Methodist church. I went to all those places. My mother was a devout prayer warrior. You understand? In the Baptist church. Shalom in St. Louis, Missouri. Everybody knew Addie Deal. So I know, and I'm good with the prayer. But I'm not good with how they try to put it on us. It ain't got nothing to do with I'm talking about the institution of it. But listen, let me get back to these stories and stuff like clearing my name and stuff like that. So now, the reason I put this stuff in on clearing my name is that, somebody was sending me some information, you know what I'm saying, and stories that dude was giving interviews, Diddy's and everything like that. And he keeps saying that, he wasn't warned. He didn't know about this Khaled. He's shying away from this stuff, which makes me look bad. I was the top dude in New York City as far as bodyguard and being on the door. I could come to a door, it could be 1,000 people outside. Give me a half an hour and I get all those people inside the party and nobody have no weapons on them. Or none that we could touch while we searching them. That's how good I was. I could clear up a line on the door real quick. And I'm talking about everybody getting search and paying. I was one of the top dudes. It's not a female that said they infiltrated and came past me because I wasn't playing no games. I knew the game. I was all right. Miss Baker, how you doing? We cooking dressing tonight. I'm about to get on it right quick. It's going to be quick, fast, in a hurry. All right. So Miss Baker want me to get on that stuff right there. So I'm gonna go and get this stuff before I tell this story. If I get back to it, what we're gonna do is you're gonna take a whole onion and you're gonna dice it. You're gonna take that onion right there, and you're gonna. This is what I do. You're gonna dice that onion. You clean it. I'm gonna show y'all something too. You see how these onions right here, if you really look at it, you see that onion right there? Put that up there like that. I'll see if you can see it. It has more than 1 or 2 cores. That's because they are putting stuff in water now. It's not organic, it's not coming from the ground. So they're growing our fruits and vegetables in water. And that's causing it to lose its DNA, loses the nutrition that we get from it. So you're gonna cut that onion up. All right, you're gonna dice it up. And real little dices. You're gonna get like a 3 or 4 quarter pot. Put that in there. You're gonna take this celery. Take like 4 stalks off of it. This is gonna be so quick, it's crazy. You're gonna take 4 stalks. And you're gonna take the stalks, right? When you take the stalks, you're gonna split them all down. You're gonna split them down. When you split them down, you take them real little like this and go like this. Real little. If you do it like this, you'll get the same size. Gonna do all 4 stalks. Put them in a pot. You're gonna take chicken gizzards. These are chicken gizzards. You go to the supermarket or the meat market and you get chicken gizzards. You could cut them up at first or you could wait. You take the chicken gizzards, put them in that pot. You're gonna take 1 teaspoon of pepper. You got 1 teaspoon of pepper, add it to that. Do the same thing as 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. 2 teaspoons of sage. 2 teaspoons of poultry seasoning. You're gonna fill this pot up halfway. This is like a 2.5, 3/4 pot. You're gonna fill it up halfway, and you're gonna boil it with 2. See right here. I use this Goya 2 chicken bouillon cube. Take the chicken bouillon cube. All right? And you boil it. And that's what we've done. Here we go right here. You're going to take 2 eggs. You're going to take 2 eggs Put them in your pot, your pan. Now, while that's boiling, it's going to boil for like an hour. But what I did was, I had already did a batch. You mix this up right here, this egg in there. I like the cornbread stuffing. I usually make my own cornbread, but I found this in the store, and it's almost as good as your own cornbread. If you know how to make cornbread from scratch, not Jiffy. You take this and you put this in your pan. What I do is, those chicken gizzards, when they boil, or I use turkey meat, they look like this when you finish boiling. The chicken gizzards. So what I do is, I cut them up real thin. You find a bone in there, throw it away. We're going to do it this way. Take the chicken gizzard, you cut it up real thin. You can also use this gizzards for your gravy. Right? Cut them up real thin like that. When you get them minced like this, you're going to put that in there. I got like 4 of them that I'm going to cut up, but I ain't going to waste my time cutting them up right now. But you cut all 4 of them up and you throw it into that gravy. So now, here go the fun part. Somebody use this. Can I find a spoon? I already cooked this pot of the ingredients I just told y'all about. And you just add it in here. Water like. And then you just stir it. Let me see if you can see that. And you're going to mash it down and stir. And the juice is going to soak that up. It's not going to be those chunks like that. You want to mash this down until it get like a soggy like bread. I know you see some people, they have those dressings and those big clumps. No, you want yours to look like. That's what we're doing. We're going to do this all the way. Now, what else I'm going to do is, I got some juice in here, but I want the vegetables out. So I'm going to get a strainer. And that strainer, I'm going to put the juice in this pot. Right there, that's the onions and the celery. I'm going to throw that in there. All that in there. I'm going to go back to mixing this. One thing about this, you could taste it and know if it's all right, if it's good, and see what more you have to add to it. But I got another trick to this. After I get through stirring it like this, y'all like, yo, damn, Gene. You doing that shit, man. Why aren't you telling the story while you're doing it? I'm going to tell you a couple of stories right now. And this is one on when you setting up to try to make something out of yourself. I had this guy on parole supervision. He was going through it with his girl and everything. She kicked him out the house. You understand? Because you know when guys will tell you a story, I'm sorry about that, on their way home. But then when they get home, everything changes. So she was feeling like he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do as a man around the house. He was a good guy, but he wanted to have his own. He came home to nothing. So I told him, you got to have a plan, anything you do in life, brother. If you don't have no plan, ain't nothing going to happen. And you give it yourself a 5 to a 6 year plan, a 5-year plan. The first 2 years, once you get a job, you don't spend nothing but on transportation. Don't even think about no relationship with nobody, because you women know, and you women will tell us right quick, romance without finance creates a nuisance. So if a dude ain't got no money to spend, ain't that right, Miss Baker? Ain't nothing happening. If a dude ain't got no money to spend, Harrietta, ain't nothing wrong, ain't nothing happening with that. Miss Priscilla, dude gotta have that money spent, ain't that right, Aubrey Daniels? Oh, they rejected your comment. They probably got mad. People got mad at me, you know. Yo, listen, whoever do whatever they do, I don't have a problem with them. If you want to feel the way you want to feel, that's on you. I'm telling you through my life experiences. You go read about every last one of those institutions of religion. It was white slave owners that made them. And I'm not talking about the other stuff you talk about. I'm talking about the institution that governs them. Lutheran, Methodist, all those different religions and stuff like that. Go look and see white slave owners made them. So now you're gonna do this right here. See how that look now? Throw a little more. If you put a little too much juice in it, you can always put some more. Breading in it. Stir that. Get that bread chopped down. Use a potato smasher. Now, this is my kicker right here. I take dry cranberries and I add it to the dressing. Take my wooden spoon always, taste it. And while I'm talking to y'all, I'm gonna be cutting that gizzards up. I'm gonna be cutting those gizzards up. So I can add to it. So I had this guy on supervision. He needed a plan. And you ain't gonna believe this. This is what he did. He went to live in a shelter. That was his first plan. He had a job making $15 an hour off the books for the construction site. Now here in New York City, they have these certain sites that they'll pay guys off the books or they'll pay them on the books, but they have to take taxes. If they pay them off on the books, they have to give them like $20-something an hour or whatever like that. Some guys don't want to be paid on the book. They want their stuff off the books for whatever reason. Some people be on SSI, some people be, on welfare and the whole 9 yards. But this guy was living in the shelter. So if he got anything on the books, they would have known about it. I didn't say anything about it. The guy was making $15 an hour. So I said he was bringing close to home. He was doing 10 hours a day. He said he was doing 5 to 4:30 or something like that, or whatever like that, with a half an hour lunch or something. But he was bringing close to, I say, about $800, $150 a day, close to $800 a week. The guy stayed in the shelter program for 2 years, did not spend a dime. I don't know how in the hell he did it, but he had close to 40 something in 2 years. He had something like 40 something $1,000 saved. Now you don't think that's a lot of money, because I know we got all these ballers out here. And what would my man say? I told him I was going to steal it from him. Where my phone at? I said I was going to steal it from him. He said, you got these keyboard, not the keyboard gangsters. They got muscles in their fingers. they be working out with muscles in their fingers. They gonna sit up here and talk all kind of crazy talk. And you got these keyboard gangsters that's gonna say that ain't nothing. 40,000, yeah, okay. Let me see your Social Security credits. You know what Social Security credits is? That means that old enough, and what they're gonna be sending you, or what you're gonna get when you sitting at home doing nothing that you didn't work all these years for, or you didn't work once you get past 62. Whenever I reach that age, I know right now the government going to send me anywhere right now from 1750 to 862. They send you a thing out every year of what your Social Security credits is. And if you ain't getting that, I'm sorry about that. Or you have some kind of plan. I'm throwing this chicken gizzards in there. Chopping them up real thin, real little. So he had a plan. He had like about $60-something thousand saved. He left New York. He got out the shelter system, bought a car, moved to North Carolina, got him a job, and got him an apartment, got him a job. That was his plan. Now, they got some systems like that here in New York that's pretty good. Those shelter systems that you could do that in. This was out in Brooklyn, and the food up there was good. They were serving good food out there. Some of those houses are like that. He had a plan. You got to have a plan in life, y'all. And if you don't have a plan, you're going to end up in a situation where people are going to be making plans for you. For instance, the big thing that's happening right now on the news every day, everybody's talking about this gangster stuff, the Bloods, the Crips, and this stuff with the cops and everything like that. All this stuff is planned. It was a time when MTV and VH1 would not let gangs come on television, would not let them show their flags, would not let them show their colors or none of that. Then all of a sudden it started getting big, where MTV, seeing the kids and everything migrating into it, but that's because I don't know why they start showing it. I don't know if it was the Snoop era. I don't know if it was the Death Row era, whatever. But MTV and VH1 start allowing gang members to show their flags and have that in their music. It was a time that a record company wouldn't even let you put that on your album or your record or nothing. Then all of a sudden, I don't know how it changed, but they changed it. And when they did, it was a big explosion in the music industry and our streets. It's all our kids wanted to go to. And they want you to go to that. Because the kid who is got his foot halfway in the door, they want to make sure that he gets picked up too. He half a gang member. All right. You're going to set your oven on 450. After you put all these gizzards in there, sometimes you could I use turkey butts, and I cut them up real thin, just like I'm doing this. Or you could use a food processor. I was being lazy. I ain't feel like going down there, getting that food processor, and then letting you hear the noise, and then I have to hear somebody's mouth talking about the food processor. I'm not doing this like you see on a Rachel Ray show and all that other stuff like that. Let me let y'all see this. These gizzards is cut up real good, real fine. I'm taking that, throw that in there. Okay, I'm gonna get with y'all in a minute. I'm stirring this up. That's how that dressing look, y'all. That's it. I'm gonna take that and put it in the oven. And that's how you make homemade dressing. Remember when you put your water, when you boil in your water, throw a stick of butter in there. And it's just that simple. Let me answer some of these questions. I think I stuck my foot in my mouth when I started saying about that religion thing. People got mad at me. What we got? Ishmael Abdi, thank you, sir. Dirk McGirt, what's up? Let me get some of these questions out of here. What's up, Ice? What's going on with you, Q? Yeah, what happened when you have Social Security credits, that shows that the money that you made in the system. So when you're paying your taxes on something and they come after you saying, yo, how did you get this? You know, your Social Security checks, your Social Security credit shows that you made so much money all throughout the years. What do you mean how I paid for it? Yeah, Chris Riaz, that's a lot of money. The dude stayed in the shelter program for 2 years, didn't spend a dime. He didn't care about nothing to nobody. He got his car, moved to North Carolina, and he did his thing. Got him a good job out there. It is what it is. He had a plan. You got to have a plan. And my plan is for this. You know, I want to come back here and show y'all stories and show y'all some stories and stuff. But the people who's helping me do this book told me to save a lot of things for the book. So I could talk to y'all about everyday situations if y'all want to. I could talk to y'all about this situation with Tekashi 6ix9ine. I could talk about this lady in Texas who just got the black judge hugged her. The dude wanted to hug against his mother wishes, went up there and hugged. He went against his mother wishes to hug his brother's killer. I know the cop and everything like that. She say she ain't try to do it. She's in the wrong place, this, that, and the third. But that's your brother killer. You didn't have what was that about? You talk about forgiveness? Get out of here, man. Yo, listen here. A man just caught another man in his house butt naked eating cereal. Had his gun on him. Held him there till the police came. She's a police officer. Got a walkie-talkie and everything like that. Why was she so amped to shoot and kill this dude sitting on his own couch eating his ice cream? Don't get me to talking, man. CJ, I'm just doing water right now. I can't eat anything. After 7 o'clock, I can't eat nothing no more. I could just drink water and everything. I can't eat anything. Rachel Zapata. Hi, Rachel. Yo, that dressing is pretty good. I'm telling y'all, man. You know, you put the poultry seasoning, your cumin, your sage, your black pepper, teaspoon of salt. I put all that in the pot first. You know what I'm saying? So it's ready. Juan Castro out there in Spain. What's up with you, Juan? I ain't hugging you back though, Juan. I'll give you a dap. Kingsley Safaro. We'll get some call-ins. I'll work on that. All right? Tell me you wish you could call in. Kingsley ain't never sent it. Actually, yeah, that girl went back to Diddy for the check. But a lot of people do that. Listen, I tell Kirk Burrows that all the time. I said, man, as soon as Diddy give you a check and y'all pray together again, you'll go back. You'll forgive him. I tell him that all the time. All right, Miss Ashley Gordon. I don't know if you know. Let me see right there. Miss Ashley Gordon, I just shouted you out crazy for your super chat. I really appreciate. Your Cash App. I really appreciate that, man. Really, I really do. Thank you. and you're gonna email me at dealsipforlife2 your information, and when I do it, I'm gonna send you I'm gonna personally send it and sign it to you. You did more than enough to get it. Thank you. Yeah. So the people who doing the book, oh well, they telling me to lay off a lot of the stories because they don't know what they want to use. But I said, well, I got a lot of other stories. You know what I'm saying? I got stories where I ain't gonna say their names because they're gonna get mad. They're already upset. Do you understand how upset people are that they know that I'm real? You know what I'm saying? They know that I was authentic. What I did, what I say I did in the street, what I said I did at work, I did it. You understand? And it's crazy. So they mad at me because they know I know some of their deepest secrets. They know or they think I ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, man, I gave y'all the information y'all needed about Big. The rest of this is going to be about my life. So if they mad because I talk about the part I played in my life when I helped individuals and didn't look for nothing back, and I still did good on my own, I would say I did great. Some people would think I was, listen to him, man. Some people would think like, yo, man, they wish they had my life. Why, Pete? Why only water? Because they just told me to drink water after 7 o'clock, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to get this weight down, and I'm taking vitamins and appetite suppressors and everything like that to help me, fight that. So I'm gonna try for the first 2 or 3 months and see what I do. I'm gonna try for the first month at least. Am I going to Saint Dicko? Am I going to support Alpo movie? What movie? I ain't hear about no movie. I know they doing something on Zip right now. Will Johnson, what's happening up in Toledo? Hold on. Did I believe the story about Tupac Killer? I don't know what story you're talking about. Emmanuel, get out of here with that. You, Emmanuel, I think that was tasteless for me to put Mary J on blast like that. Let me tell you something. You understand? Mary will tell you or anybody else that. She had it hard. She let it be known that she had it hard. So get out of here with that. You understand? But that's your opinion. My email is in the front of the thing. I guess, I don't know how to do this. My email, my PayPal, all that stuff is in the front. Deal, my last name, DEAL, SIP, SIP. That's Sam Isaac Paul, the number 4. The word life, LIFE, the number 2 at gmail.com. Hello? Hello? Get out of here. Yeah, Jackie, the dressing is on right now. I just put it on during the show. All right? But I thought you was going to get it on Wednesday. That's what niece told me. I don't know that, but I'm doing my show right now. Unless you want me to show your picture on here for everybody to see you. You understand? Let me get back to the guys. All right. All right. Later. Sorry about that. Friend asking about that dressing because I can't eat it. You make the dressing? I said, yeah, I make the dressing. All right. Yeah, raw spice. I thought is at the beginning of each one of my shows. You could see my email and my PayPal and my that other stuff. Right. So now for if I come back on here in the next week or two, it's going to be about the topic of like doing some parole officer work, some the normal stuff that's happening in the world today and everything like that. And I got a big story about how, and I was going to tell y'all this earlier, how everything is by design. Don't you know that I was at a meeting one time, and this was back in the early 2000s. It was Donald Trump, Diddy, Wendy Williams, and Al Sharpton. Let me say this again. It was Donald Trump, Wendy Williams, Diddy, and Al Sharpton. Why? Who controlled the media in the city, in New York City like that? Diddy was the top record mogul in early 2000 here in New York City, making a lot of noise. Al Sharpton ran the civil rights thing here in New York. And Wendy Williams ran the media and the radio and everything like that. Why were they meeting with Donald Trump back then? Everything is by design. My man Cass, shout out to Cass, sent me pictures of every black leader, even after the Central Park jogger case that Donald Trump sent, was sitting with them, taking pictures with them, and in meetings with them. All kind of black leaders, all kind of black people, even after the Central Park joggers stuff, and he posted those articles talking about these guys should have a death penalty. Black leaders. But I don't want to get political on y'all. But I remember that meeting. I think we was at the Four Seasons. I don't know. But Al Sharpton, Donald Trump, Diddy, and Wendy Williams, they all met. This shit is by design, y'all. Yeah, I can't do none of that, Mr. My back and my neck is terrible right now. I was in a terrible accident. John Coulter. What you mean? Why didn't I tell? Hold on, what the hell is this? It said the battery low. Hold on a second. How the battery gonna be low and I got it plugged up? It just said the battery low. Somebody asked me why. Yo, my man, go see all your stuff. I've already told Puff. I told you I told Puff. I told everybody. So you don't know what you're talking about. Have you ever thought about turning your podcast into going into the news, entertainment, politics? You would be wonderful at it. Thanks again, Jay. 2219 Abel. Oh, thank you for that super chat. Let me just say something. I don't consider this a podcast show. I'm cooking, telling y'all a couple of things and stories and stuff like that. I don't have a problem with doing something like that, but no, I don't consider this a podcast show. I consider this, me sitting here in the comfort of my home, talking to y'all. Y'all coming in here. It's therapy for me. It's therapy for some of y'all. I told y'all about this guy, Bugatti NYC, saying when he was a kid, I did something. I want y'all to go check it out. And shout out to him. I appreciate that whole story. That lifted my spirit. Mark Simmons, Mike Tyson, and Trump. Trump cool with a lot of black people. Y'all just don't know that. That shit is by design. He's like, I believe he's racist. He has some racists in it, but he don't mind him taking care of business with blacks. Because a lot of our black leaders deal with him. A lot of our black leaders deal with him. Let me let this be known. Hold on. Kaz, where you at, man? Y'all gotta see this. Because when y'all see this, y'all gonna be like, damn, Gene. My email is in the video description. Trump and Ja Rule. Snoop. Al Sharpton. Russell Simmons with him. That's Reverend Run, all them. Him and LL. Diddy and him. I gotta show y'all this one. Even your man Kid Capri. That's Serena. I remember I saved them in the show when them two was in the show with their sister, and 2 weeks later, her sister got killed in Compton. Couldn't believe that. They was in New York City without no bodyguard. I gotta show y'all this one. Don't he look like Opie and Puff look like buckwheat? That was at the Hamptons. Remember that one? I gotta show you this one. That's him and Al Sharpton. Your man Messi Jackson. Got Oprah in here, but I gotta show you this one. Yo, it's 1,000 on here. Where the one with him and his boyfriend? Look at him and Messi Jackson. Oprah. Now, all this was after the Central Park stuff. Him, Diddy, and Kim. Clyde Davis, him, and Diddy. All this is by design. I'm here to clear my name, y'all. I want my name cleared. I want it to be known. We not gonna stop. I ain't gonna stop. Don't stop. Take this, take that. It's all gonna come clear until dude come out and say, my security let me know there's a possibility. Because I told him. I told him. And until he let it be known that his security told him that somebody gonna try to kill us that night, I'm steady gonna come at here. These kids gave me a platform now. I'm not only gonna talk about that situation, it be on my mind a lot. I'm not gonna lie. And the reason it is because here it is that all these years later, you keep something dormant inside you and you don't let it out. That could be poison for you. Everybody say, give it to God, give it to this, give it to that. Okay. I'm giving it to you. Thanks for y'all help. Thanks for putting the notes up, talking. Yeah, I met TLC. One time we was in the Swiss Hotel. I ain't gonna say his name because I know he's gonna get mad. He was trying to pick up Lisa Left Eye. He didn't know who he was. It's somebody who used to run with us. She was coming out, she was creeping out the Swiss Hotel. This was about like 4:30, 5 o'clock in Atlanta. She was coming down the steps, we was coming up. He was trying to pick her. I said, you know who that was? He said, no, who that was? I said, that was Left Eye. He was like, oh shit, I should run after her. She ain't paying him no attention. But yeah, somebody just asked me, did I ever meet TLC? Yeah. Gene Paul Shelton, what's good with you too, bro? Tell us, Dr. Love, what they mean by calling church. Emmanuel, you got some strong muscles in your fingers, right? You couldn't even breathe hard around me, bro. Talking about I'm acting like a chick because I told a story, what Mary told me. Get out of here, man. Yeah, all right. Let me let you go, man. That's what we're gonna do with you, Mr. Manuel. My what you call don't have to do that. I could do that. Go ahead and play with yourself. Come on, stop that, Callie Dover. Tell them to just tell the truth about that night Big got killed. That's all I want them to do. Tell them to ask them, yo, did Gene come to the steps and tell you somebody's about to kill, they was going to kill us that night? And what did you say to them? Ask them about that. Don't even ask them about the fact we fought outside the car when I wanted to ride outside the car with my gun in my hand. Hey, Deacon's daughter, what's good with you, girl? Thank you for looking out. Yeah, ASAP Don, I see you called up the Breakfast Club. No, I didn't speak to any Muslim when I was in the museum. Yep, all these high power people, Dr. Love, they meet up and they plan out what is. I'm telling you, all this shit is by design. Donald Trump was by design. Yeah, Marcus, you right. Ashery Wells. That's what you think, Miss Wells? Tower Beach was good with y'all. No, I told you I didn't speak to anybody, no Muslim. Only Muslim I ever spoke to I was out there was Mustafa, Farrakhan's son. What can felons do to come up, Gene? Any advice? Own your own business, get bonded. Well, it depends on what kind of felony you have. You can't get bonded, Pete. You know, um, you can get here in New York City and New York State. You can get a condition. You can get your earn eligibility and your condition of good conduct. You can get your good conduct and earn eligibility, and then they have to do a report on you to allow you to get your business. And a parole officer would do a report whether you was on parole or not. If you was probation or something like that, and you was trying to get a business, some kind of license and everything, so you can get your certificate of good conduct, and that's usually when you off parole for 5 years. But what I say is to you, man, if you can't be your own boss, if you don't have any kind of skills, you have to get a job. And if you need 2 jobs, get 2 jobs and just work until you build up your capital so you can do whatever you want to do until you find out some kind of way. But don't be afraid to take little jobs, because when people see that you have a little job and you go get a big job, they want to know what you've been doing in the past. And you say, well, I've been working this job for the last year or two, and I'm looking for, a way so I can better support myself and my family, and I need a better paying position. And they see that you've been doing that job for a year or two. They say, okay, we could probably use him, because you've shown that you have done something steady. I didn't meet T.I., but I ran into T.I. when he was at I was told to go to the Mirage. One night he was robbed there. Nah, Angel V, he was going to win no matter what the situation was. Ryan Leslie, I don't know that person. No, it doesn't speak for all people of faith. People who have faith in God have faith in God. I'm not talking. I'm telling people don't have faith in the organization, and don't have faith in. Don't put your faith in the organization when the organization was made by people who were corrupt and for purposes of their corruption. Have your faith in God. I build my church upon the rock. You understand? I built my church upon the rock. Pete. Trying to see what Pete was saying. Yeah, I ran into Marley Marl before. You late, Sharonda. I did Kim Porter stories before. You'll see a couple of them in the book. No, Pete, the system ain't holding and judging you. You can always work around any kind of system, Pete. You understand? You just got to figure out what you need to do and how you need to do it. You understand? Don't assume that the system or anybody can hold you unless you're mine and you let them hold you, brother. That's real talk. See, what happens is that a lot of us don't want to shovel shit for a living. You know, do whatever you got to do. You understand until you could do better. It doesn't come to mind yet what Tupac was saying about Puff in that song. Exactly, ASAP the Don. Thank you, brother. Yeah, they do get mad at the immigrants who will get out there and shovel the shit. See, that's what it is. See, you got to understand, man. We had a place called Tulsa, Oklahoma. That was the first Black Wall Street. We used to own uh, carpentry. We used to build houses. We used to have businesses in doing horseshoes because this is back in those days. We used to build wagons, homes, grocery stores, farm. Did everything that the people need to do, and they seen that we was thriving as a people, and they came in and they burnt the place down. It was a debate between George Washington Carver and Booker T. Washington regarding, like, do we go to school or do we own trade? We hold trades and own our own businesses and everything like that. And they was trying to ship us off and put us in schools because that stopped us from learning the trades. When you got a trade, you got a job for the rest of your life if that's what you choose to do. When you learn how to do business, when you have your own skills, you understand. When you have your own skills, you have a job for the rest of your life. Somebody going to need a plumber. Somebody going to need a air conditioning refrigeration person. Somebody going to need an automobile person. Somebody going to need somebody with some to do the haircut, cut hair, cut grass. Those people get all kinds of money. You got barbers make $100,000, $200,000 a year when they getting their hustle on. You got girls doing nails. And guess who take all those people? Foreigners take all those, people, of other cultures take those businesses. When we used to have our own businesses like that back in the day. What up, Tower Beach? That was Stevie J first on the 911 call. Yes, Miss J. I'm doing it right now while you're on the phone. And I made a mistake and picked up the phone and your name came across the screen. Ms. Jones said, everybody say hello. All right, Ms. Jones, let me finish this up and I'm going to get off and I'll call you back. All right? Bye-bye. What's up, Tulsa, Oklahoma? I was just talking about what happened out there. Cool Cam. What's up, Chris Reyes? Gene Paul know about the Tulsa, Oklahoma thing because they said facts. I guess they were saying facts on that. Yeah, CJ, they did burn Tulsa, Oklahoma down. Yeah. And we don't patronize each other, man. Listen to me, man. If they wanted America to change, they would have changed the history books and the science books and everything and put us in as a people like that. They're not going to change it. They don't want to change. This right here is a test tube. America is a test tube, baby, for the world. What up, Shalom, out there in Richmond, Virginia? Pete True. What up, Pete True Lamar? Let me see right here. You see if you Callie Devoring, go see. See how transparent he's gonna be. Elon Rosa. Orosco. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to mess up your name. What's good with you, boy? June Askew. What's Gail Jones talking about? M. Cole, I couldn't tell you what's up with Dame. I met Dame a couple of times. I know back in the day, he did a lot of fighting for Jay-Z because nobody wanted to fuck with Jay-Z. And Dame put himself out there and made himself the monster. And Jay stabbed him in the back on the for real. I know the story about that. I was around that and I know it personally. What happened? Come on, hard body. Not at all. Toya Thornton, how you doing, mama? Shout out to Liverpool. Hope y'all good over there. Joshua Hayes. All right, let me see what else is going on. Mr. Coleman, what are you talking about? Hold up. Let me just say something. Mr. Coleman. I'm happy, brother. I can go up and down the streets in Harlem, anywhere. People see me everywhere. You understand? I raise my boys to be men. I raise my girls to be women. I live comfortably. As long as I stay alive, the Department of Correction Division of Parole Division has to send me a check. I have retirement, I have a pension. Then I have a Social Security. That can only be taken from me with death. I've seen people that were millionaires and was unhappy. You go watch that special, since you going somewhere, that's where he at, that's where Puff at, and that's where Gene and everything like that. You go watch that special. And Dave Chappelle opens up that special by saying, I think this guy's name was Mr. Bordeaux, had the greatest job in the world. He was rich, a millionaire. And he hung himself because he wasn't happy. I'm happy within me, brother. I'm good within me, brother. I'm happy with what I've done in life. I made something of myself. I had people tell me when I was young that I wasn't going to live or I was going to be dead in jail, something like that at the age before I got 19 years old. And I made all of my liars. And they looked up at me and they proud of who I am and what I've done today. If you think because somebody got fucking jewelry on, got diamond rings on, gold watches, Rolexes, and all that stuff like that, and they happy and everything is good, you're mistaken, brother. You're mistaken. So you're on the wrong channel. So take that little muscle in your finger, push the button, and que sera, sera. This ain't for you. Let me get a couple more questions. Somebody keep asking, but do I know about Tupac referring? I don't know. I don't know the comment, brother. And I can't say what Tupac was referring to. Pac had his own mind. That 4-season recipe is real easy, brother. You take the 4-season, you put it in there, you take a can of chunky pineapples, throw it in there, and stir it. Chunky sweet pineapples, the pineapples, they got the chunks in it. Get the sweetened kind. And you take the 4-season tea, put it in there, and throw the pineapples in there. And that's it, bro. And that's crack. That's liquid crack. You're right, Pete. All that stuff is nothing. You like it because it's trinkets, and that's what they try to tell us. Yo, man. Like I tell people, I got furs, I got shoes, I got jewelry out my ass. I got all that stuff, man. But I put my kids through school. I help my kids with their schooling. The kids are smart. They got like what you call academic scholarships. They wasn't athletic like me. You know what I'm saying? But they were smarter than me. Taj, what's up? Yeah. No, if he stole anybody's style, it was closer to Pox. No, I don't really know that if somebody was in the back seat with them. Not at all. Have I ever met Eric B. and Rakim? Yeah, I've been around them, seen them. I told that Stevie J was talking on the 911 tape. I gave y'all a devil egg recipe, DJ Chaser. Stop it, man. I'm gonna have to go back and look through these things. What's up with the Missouri out there? Yeah, I ain't shout out my city. What up with Missouri, St. Louis, Wellston, Chicago, Texas? Thank you, brother John Doe. And condolence again, brother. Who's that? Moranity? Moranity? Like that potato salad too with the relish. It hit. Mr. Johnson, he said, I got a question for you. Is P. Diddy bisexual? Man, how old are you? If two men lay down, how many homos get up? You answer that yourself. Soul Music 99. Why should I? I don't know him like that. I just know him from over the internet. We have conversation. Divalicious hair extensions. Ooh, she trying to get y'all go see Divalicious hair extensions. She trying to get us shit on. Or she on. How you doing, Divalicious? I'm trying to get some conversation in here. Yeah. Appreciate it. Yo, dog vet. KK. What advice would I give 6'9" bodyguards, new bodyguards? Man, listen to me, man. Anybody who does this professional on the level that I did it on, they have some professional background in some kind of either security or law enforcement. You understand? We used to be on the road, and I used to take a gun and break it down. And I would bet somebody I could put it back together and cock it within 15 seconds. And they didn't believe me with one hand. And they was like, and when I did it, and I used to win, you get all the money up right there, and I used to win because I used to do it. I could take it, unload the 9, put the clip back in and cock it with one hand. And when I showed people, this was back in the 90s, when I showed people that, they was amazed. It was called tactical training. You practice like you play. You play like you practice. So you better practice, because when it comes to times to play, you better be on. And 9 times out of 10, anybody who has some kind of training is going to be on. You got to realize, somebody asked why Joe made Jodeci go death row. Those kids was getting robbed. Andre Harrell and them robbed them kids. Them kids should have been multimillionaires 2 or 3 times. Jodeci and a lot of those groups, TLC, all them groups was robbed by those people earlier. They did the same thing that those major labels did to them, they did to those young artists back in the day. Instead of saying, yo, listen to me, we're not going to let what happened to y'all happen to us. But it was the greed for Jodeci, TLC, rest of those young groups that ain't together. Those people robbed them. All right, Raw Spice. Been shouting out Columbus, Ohio all day, Anthony King. What up with you, boy? I don't think he played Sean off because Sean was still, he probably did a little something for Sean, but I don't know. No, there was no beef for Puff and Devontae over Kim. As soon as they can finish it. Yeah, that's when the book coming out. No, I didn't shoot back at the Apollo because we was way across the street, and there were a couple of people on the corner. I couldn't do that. Me and Tone got in the car and chased the Apollo, but it was gone. We couldn't get close to it. Quality High Records. What's up, Yusuf the Third? Do your thing, boy. Did I think about it? If I was outside the car, it would have never happened. It would have never happened. I was inside the car. Puff had his seats all the way back on me, so how can I shoot somebody? I would have shot Stevie J and Tone, who was behind me in the next row. No, I did notice the Impala when I first arrived at the museum. I thought I did, man. I could have. Well, listen. What I didn't know was that the people I called, Chaz Williamson was on the other side of the street. So when we blew the light, we went past Chaz now. Shaston was on the other side of the street when the dude was shooting that Big Nim car. And he didn't know that was Big Nim car that the dude was shooting at. Had I known Chaz was outside the museum, you understand, then I would have just walked to the corner and said, F Puff. I wouldn't have got in the car. And had I walked to that corner, that dude wouldn't have killed Big because I'd have had my gun out and I'd have been right there. He might have got one or two shots or one shot off or whatever like that, but I'd have been on his ass. I know I would have. And that's what kills me right now. You know what I'm saying? I knew to walk down to the corner. I knew to stay on outside that vehicle for the next 2 or 3 blocks. You understand? I knew to stay on the outside of that vehicle, and I didn't. Go ahead. Somebody was asking me some questions. I don't know if you got that. Nah, I don't. Bodyguard, not bodyguard every day. Bodyguard myself. All right, team. She wasn't on our side, brother. Foxy wasn't on our side of the museum. Trust and believe. Arsenio, well, have I ever been close to slapping Puff? Nah, we didn't have that kind of relationship. He'll tell you I was like a big uncle to him. Like I'll tell him he didn't do it, I'll say fuck him, I'll walk away. You understand? We had certain incidents like that. No, it wasn't that. Puff ain't played with me like that. We didn't have that type of situation. Yo, let me just tell you something, man. Yo, it was a great relationship. I got paid. I traveled. I rode on G5, G4 jets. did all that shit like that, the whole 9 yards. So now you say, well, how did we get here? Is that I made sure that he was all right. I made sure that when those folks come and they ask me questions, that I reserve my right not to say a motherfucking thing. He didn't do that for me. Whether he put somebody, see, ain't nobody in Bad Boy gonna do nothing that Puff don't tell them to do. You understand? Those people came to my job because Puff told them to let them go to my job. Tell it. Whatever you need to tell them about Gene, tell them about Gene. No, I didn't expect. I didn't suspect Keefe D and being any part of Big's murder because Keefe was right there with us when Big was walking out the thing. He was right next to us. He was gambling with us. You understand? So when they, Puff and all them said they never seen, when Keefe D said after Pac died, he never seen Puff them again. He was in the hotel gambling with us. We was on the road and shit like that, doing shows and shit like that, and he was right there. So I didn't understand that one. But that was all designed, that was made up. When it was time for your loyalty. Yeah. You were spending back then. You were spending, if you had a cell phone, you were spending anywhere from $600 to $1,200 a month on your bill. You needed an extra job. People had beepers and cell phones, so you called my beeper. If you wasn't important, I didn't call you back. I'm explaining all that Southside Crip to everybody and about that whole shit in my book. Yeah. Who's this saying? Mr. Ante? Ask Miss Baez the other stuff about that. Because Chris was about a good 1 something when Puff was with her. Yeah, I met Baby Lane. It was funny. I said he had the same shirt on in Vegas twice. No disrespect. Or he had multiple of them. Yeah, man, we've been on here for a long time, man. But listen, we're gonna talk about some life situations and everything like that, man. Until my name get cleared and this book come out, I'm gonna be here with y'all, just talking, cooking a little something. I ain't got to check on that cornbread. I mean that dressing, but I'm gonna go in there and show you how it's doing right now. Y'all see that dressing right there? Y'all see that dressing right there? Mm-hmm. That damn boy can cook, can't he? That cornbread was quick, fast, and in a hurry. The way I made it. You know, have any problems? Take my email address is in the description. If you email me or you hit me on my Instagram, Big Gene _5 Deuce, I'm gonna hit you back. May take me a couple of days or so. I came here today. Um, I had minor surgery today on my neck, on the back of my neck, earlier this morning, and I wasn't sure if I was going to come here and do anything today. But since I know I wasn't coming next week because it's my birthday, October 16th. Shout me out on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Come out, shout me out on Instagram. I was supposed to go to a party tonight, but they giving something for my man down at Club 48. He invited me, but there's no way I could possibly go. But I appreciate y'all coming here with me. Do me a favor, man. Get some of those likes up for me before I go out of here. I'm gonna ask 1-2 more questions, and I'm gonna call it a night. Southern Soul Food, you're right. I'm gonna say that at the end. Miss Diva Diaz. Jasmine digs the truth. Libra season. Yeah, Jasmine. You got to ask him how he ain't never asked for an award because he said everybody will be coming up with shit. Or somebody could be coming up with the truth. Can we talk with Monique? A nurse in ATL? Hi. Did I meet Shine? Come on, man. Yeah. I told stories about Shine. And Puff said, yo, Gene, don't let nobody take a picture with me and this motherfucker. I hate him. And they was on trial together. Now on the shell. Yeah, man. I'm about to go to St. Louis and buy me another house. So when I just come home, I'm gonna buy me another house. They got some property out there. I'm gonna do it up real good. I want to make like a house, whereas that when we give family reunions, everybody could, people could come and stay. I want to do something real nice. Reggie Roberts, what's up, man? Thanks for that super chat, man. I appreciate that. June Askew, thanks for saying happy birthday already. Tower Beats, WW Tower Beats at Kenny. Yeah. The Paul and Kenny who work for Puff? I love Chesapeake, Virginia. What's up out there, Tracy Sims? Deacon Dawn, a happy birthday. So you on parole right now? What are you talking about? Marcus Romeo. Thanks, brother. I don't know, I didn't get no notification from my phone, but thank you, sir. Sending me a birthday gift already. Yeah, Jasmine, my spirit has got like, y'all, I'm getting all that stuff off of me, man. You know, I'm giving it to God, God Almighty. You understand? I'm giving mine all to God Almighty. All right. We'll have some real stories, some real things that we're going to talk about. We're going to, put that into everyday life and what it is today, man. Thank y'all for y'all time, man. I've been on here for 2 hours. That dressing is looking good. I'm finna make some. Hold on. I want to show y'all. These are turkey wings. These are turkey wings. I'm about to make some turkey wings. Clean these joints up. Put them in the oven. Then I'm gonna put them I'll put some in the oven, some in the crock pot. And it's gonna be crazy. So listen, y'all take it easy. Y'all take care. And remember, if they don't fuck with you, fuck them and feed them beans. We gonna stay Chaz up. And if you got a problem with them, nip them in the bud. It's been Big Gene. Thank you for your time. Peace.